Hey YouTube. Ben and Jerry of Ben and Jerry's ice cream fame had a famous little saying: "If it's not fun, why do it?" I'd like to apply that to YouTube. If it's not fun, why do it? I've seen a lot of cases recently of basically YouTube burnout or YouTube fatigue. Bar none is the most recent. And, it could be just an emotional reaction. People have long days, they have bad days, and, this is the funny thing about YouTube is it's almost like Twitter in that, sometimes you can just fire off emotionally, upload, and, a day later you may feel differently, but the video's out there. And that's the last thing that people see of you. So, they kind of get the impression that that's just the way you feel, even though it was just a momentary thing. But I've seen it in other cases too, quite a bit, honestly. And my advice to you guys that start feeling that way is just walk away for a little while. The silver's still going to be here. The videos will still be here. My videos aren't going anywhere, guys. Even if my opinion evolves, I don't plan on deleting any videos. I've recently had a bit of an opinion change from my very first video. If you watch that, my 1 year silver stacking anniversary video, I talked about 401ks, and I have a very different opinion today. And at some point, I'll be doing a video on it, and I'm not going to delete the older video just because I changed my opinion. I'm proud of my opinion as it evolves, and I find that my opinion evolves as my stack grows. And we'll have also a video about that as well at some point, because it's a pretty important point to make. The level of patience that you have with the market and how everything kind of smooths out the bigger your stack gets. We'll talk about that. But anyway, I know a lot of people get tired of the angry back and forths, the doom and gloom that sometimes accompanies the silver videos. And just touching on that real quick. First of all, one thing that I've learned, and this is a very important distinction, and a couple of people watching this will know exactly what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about. Just because somebody says that silver is not a good investment doesn't mean that it's not a good investment. It's not a good investment at the current price. Okay? And when silver was at 34.35, they were obviously right. Okay? And it's really hard to refute that now with silver at 23. You'll see them, their opinion soften a little bit as the price comes down, because they're not emotionally attached to it like a lot of us are. It's just simply another commodity, like looking at oil. If we were trading oil, we certainly wouldn't be emotionally attached to a barrel of oil. We'd be looking at it as just cold-blooded moneymakers. And, we wouldn't mind saying that, oil's going down to 75. And if it does, then then you buy it. And it's the same thing with silver for some of these guys. And that's perfectly fine. That's an absolutely perfectly fine point of view. And I've noticed that the discourse is a little bit differently when you look at it through that lens. Now, don't get me wrong. There are trolls out there. Okay. People that it's kind of an odd mindset. I don't understand it necessarily. There's one guy, his name is Frank White. I'm sure you've seen him. He's the one that goes around to every silver video calling people retards and morons for investing in silver. And I've seen it a million. I saw it on one of Rocky's videos, and he was on Raw Dog's video earlier in the weekend, and I was like, you know what? Let me give this guy what he wants. He wants to debate this. Let me finally take this guy on and see what he has. Hear what his real argument is. Guys, I felt sorry for him. He had nothing. Mike Tyson had an expression: everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Basically, I was shocked. He had nothing. I almost felt embarrassed for him. He was so ill-equipped to defend his position. And I was like, okay, well, now I understand. He's just doing it to get a reaction. I don't know, get an emotional response. Well, now I know. He's not going to get it from me because it's just not worth it. He has absolutely nothing backing up his opinion. YouTube for me is fun. It's fun. It's informational. It's fun, it's educational, and sometimes it's a good place to vent. It's a good place to touch base with you guys and say hi and find out how things are going for you. And what I really like about it is how in this tiny little state in the northeast of the United States, Vermont, that, a lot of people outside of this country couldn't even point out on a map, how things affect me and my family the same way it does halfway across the globe when I talk to guys like Cliff Search, when I talk to guys like Greg Williams, when I talk to guys like Metal Kookaburra, okay, all these guys that are halfway around the world and they have the same, desires, needs, wants that we do. It's neat. It's neat how it just shrinks the world. And I absolutely enjoy and love my time on YouTube. But if you don't, take a step away. Just walk away for a while. Like I said, the videos will all be here. You know what I really, it'd be really cool to me is if, with my channel, I'm really hoping that some of you, how you have those good days where just everything is just feels really good, and it just feels really good to be alive. And look, guys, I want to make one other point. I was thinking about this yesterday. I'm not going to turn into basically a hippie flower child, growing my hair out and peace, love, and all that kind of stuff. Things are really normal. I'm just hoping to be happier. Okay. And, as I go through this whole process in this uncertain time, just to be content and happy. That's all I'm really hoping for, not to have this foolish grin on my face 24/7. But anyway, the point is, I lost my train of thought a little bit, but as far as having a good day, when the traffic lights all align for you, your girlfriend or wife just looks that much prettier that day, the kids are well behaved, the sun feels a little bit warmer, your favorite TV show is just a little bit funnier. There's just those days where everything kind of clicks for you. My hope is that by kind of going through this process, that we have more of those days. That in this time of uncertainty, and we don't really know what's going to happen, that we just have some more of those good days where everything kind of clicks for us. Of course there's still going to be bad days. There's still going to be health scares. There's still going to be financial shocks. All that's going to happen. But just in the normal course of life, a few more good days than bad days. That's it. So on YouTube, if it's not fun, why do it?